I met Clint Romesha years back at SHOT Show, the shooting, hunting, outdoor trade show. Ro is definitely the definition of humble badass. Ro was awarded the Medal of Honor for his bravery in the Battle of Kamdesh in 2009 in Afghanistan. And for those who might not know, the Medal of Honor is the highest accolade given to anyone in our military for bravery and valor. Right now, more than ever before in our country, these stories need to be heard.
Doesn't get any better than this right here.
Just drop this ball. Being with guys like you have just made my life so much richer. Thank you.
Our responsibility as citizens is to make their sacrifice worth it and live our lives that way.
Can't feel my toes.
Neither can I. It's okay.
This is awesome, man.
When I'm out in nature, it helps me just become me again.
I'm a little scrapper too.
We didn't do it because we were hating those guys in front of us. We were doing it because we loved those guys beside us.
I was the only person to ever step on an IED that size and live.
Their stories have literally changed my life.
We haven't killed any coyotes today, but we're sure having fun.
You know, after getting to know Ro, we've been on multiple hunts together. He's the kind of man that doesn't like to be called a hero. To him, he was just doing his job.
When I was in Afghanistan in 2009, we were stationed at Combat Outpost Keating, which set in the Nuristan province of Afghanistan. We were one of the farthest north U.S. forces in the country at the time. And Outpost Keating set at the bottom of a valley, surrounded by mountains on all four sides. Day one when we got there, I mean, you just knew this is not the most tactically sound place to be. And just like hunting, you always want to take the high ground.
So on that day of the battle, what kicked it off?
6 o'clock in the morning, first rounds came in, and we were getting hit about every day. So it wasn't uncommon to be woken up to gunfire, but there was just something in the atmosphere that day, just something you knew that this was different. So as soon as the rounds came in, jumped out of my rack, threw my kit on, turned my radio, all the reports from our defensive positions, all the reports coming in was overwhelming accurate fire from the enemy on all sides of the outpost, 360 degrees. This was precise machine gun, sniper, RPG, recoilless rifle, mortar fire, right on every one of our defensive positions.
Did you know when you ran out the door with your kid how many men, how many Taliban were surrounding you that day?
So I knew, it was a more than sizable force that was attacking us, but an actual number until we got back and the attack aviation and the intel kind of told us, hey, it was 300 to 400 guys. I had no idea. Our LRAS 2 position had 5 guys up at it, Larson, Mace, Carter, Gallegos, and Martin. And that was kind of the spear point for our defenses to prevent the enemy from coming in from the village. And those men held that position until they were out of ammo. Larson had the 50 cal blown up off him. We had, 3 guys that perished up at that battle position, holding it so the rest of us could live. And if it wasn't for those guys, doing everything in their power to keep up the fight, even though the odds were absolutely stacked against them, we wouldn't be here today.
We are about to go on our first setup. We're gonna beep over this ridge. There's just miles and miles of canyons. Somebody else is ready in the truck. They're being nice and patient on us.
We're gonna walk right over the hill here. Big sagebrush, huge basin right here. If we can't pull one out of here, then I need to quit this sport.
Levi Johnson has trained his dogs, better known as decoy dogs, to not go out and chase the coyotes, but they literally lure the coyotes back to the hunter. You got him, Clint?
shot. Go ahead, Clint. Nice shot. That was awesome. Nice shooting.
That was pretty intense right there.
Hey, your first Montana dog. The ranchers, thank you. And the antelope, thank you. That was awesome.
That was a pretty awesome set.
Yeah, that was so quick. Let's go get your yoke.
Over here and look.
Desi and Maggie are mowing like crazy, and as you get up to them, you'll see it looks a little gruesome, but it's their reward. They love it.
Well, we got one. That's it. That's what we needed to get the first one down.
Yeah.
Got the first bit of blood.
Yeah. Now we're good to go.
Good to go.
It came to a point in the battle that day where, as we were pushing on the assault, we'd kind of gotten mired down. And I was waiting for our 3rd platoon to set what we call a support by fire, because anytime you maneuver, you know, you always want to have interlocking fields of fire, and you always want that battle buddy watching your 6. It got to a point where that element couldn't get set. But we also knew that if we didn't continue the momentum, we were going to lose it. And like any NCO that's been in the military, you can pull some fast ones on your lieutenants. And I called him up and told him we were getting ready to move, and he came back with negative, wait for the support by fire. And I came back with, say again, can't hear you, the radio must be broken. I told my guys, hey, we're pushing out. You know, if it wasn't for those guys believing in me to make a decision like that, and you know, my Lieutenant Bunderman, he had every right to hold us up, because tactically that was sound to wait for that additional help. And it was just that, like I said, like a fighter going into the ring. You know, if you think you're going to lose that fight before you even start it, you've lost it. I didn't think we were going to lose that, and I knew our guys didn't think that, but it was just getting them together to rally, you know, because as one solid team and one force, we were going to accomplish so much more. We were able to finally push up far enough and push the enemy outside the front gate of the wire and get good enough eyes on them as they were isolated, and started bringing in the close air support. The way the terrain was, from shooting up at that angle, you can't really hit a whole lot, because all they have to do is duck behind the rocks. And once we started getting the fixed wing on station, the attack aviation, you know, having that overhead view and that help from above, and you know, those guys flying 30,000 feet or 200 feet above your head in an Apache, they've got your back. They're going to do everything in their power to help you out, and they did. I mean, they came through for us, and they gave us that flexibility and mobility to continue to push.
And there was a point where you realized you saw, a mere 50 yards in front of you, that 3 Taliban broke the perimeter and were inside your camp.
That it didn't really register, you know, when you hear that.
Yeah.
That's one of those phrases you don't think you'll hear. And out of my right side peripheral, coming straight through the front gate, were 3 Taliban fighters. And they strolled on our outpost like they'd won the battle, that they'd already beat us. 2 of them had their weapons already slung. They kind of sat at the back of one of our Humvees. I had 3 guys at less than 50, and you know, we turned the lights out on them.
Sweet. That's awesome. I can't believe that first of all, that dog came from where we just came from.
Yeah,
you know,
walked right through that.
Walked right through that area. And so I'm kind of looking over here, and I'm glassing way out past that water, thinking something's gonna come way out from up there. Well, Desi, you know, she's like in your ear. All of a sudden she stopped and she was on high alert. She must have smelled that dog, because if she'd have seen him, she'd have gone after it.
Yeah. Just got set up.
That was awesome. That was fantastic.
Good shooting.
What you got there, girls?
Maggie, what's the thing? Wiggle your little tail. Holy fluffy.
Are you giving this coyote a haircut, Maggie? We finally got you a toot-toot toy, girls.
Squeaker ones.
Yeah.
Squeak, squeak, squeak. Okay, we're gonna sit right up here in the sage. Gotta get tucked up against it and kind of get down. We're gonna call out in here. There has been some, like a pair out here.
Okay.
Where our wind's going, kind of gotta stay up high.
Yeah. Uh-oh. He's running, see him?
Right.
Here he comes. That's another one. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I don't have them though. If you have them, you got it. Hold on. There.
That was awesome. I've never seen somebody double tap.
That was the Nosler of Armageddon tap. Let's go see him. What do we have there, girlfriends?
Good job, pretty sisters.
Look at Desi, you don't even look a mess this time. This was one of the most fun setups I've been on
It was awesome.
in 3 years with you. And
That was good. That was good backup, Clint. I mean, don't think you could have scripted that any better right there.
No,
it just
that
happened.
Been fun having you guys. It's always a treat.
Oh, it's just been such an honor to be able to hunt with you.
Yeah.
And I hope that you've had fun and you'll come back. And
Oh, definitely. This is an experience that, I mean, everybody should try out.
not only the hunt, but just being able to share stories with you and you know, gives us such a greater appreciation for the lives and the freedoms that we have. And thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming and joining us.
Appreciate it. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me. As the battle was going on and the reports were coming in, it came to a point we got cut off with radio communication from that battle position. Sergeant Hart, Griffin, and Faulkner attempted to push a Humvee up there to go save those guys, and they had gotten hit. Hart and Griffin perished from that. There was just so much pandemonium going on. As you're thinking to yourself, well, we're gonna make them fight for every inch of this. And it wasn't until we actually pushed back up, we recaptured the ammo supply point, we shut the front gate, that Larson had called up. They found an ICOM radio, and he called back to let us know that he was still alive, and Carter was still alive, and Mace was still alive, but very badly wounded, but they were pretty sure that Gallegos and Martin were not with us. And it was at that moment, you know, we knew that we'd been isolated from those guys so long that we had to recover Mace. They had to get him to the aid station and continue treating him. And with the enemy all in our wire and running all around us, our big concern was they were going to take our dead. You know, if the roles were reversed and I was laying up there, you know, they would have came and got me. And that's all we wanted to do was get them, you know, bring them home, because they were ours.
After all was said and done and you got the base back, what were the total casualties?
For us that day, you know, 13 hours of fighting, we ended up having 8 guys that didn't make it back. You know, no one ever wants to see that kind of conflict and that kind of tragedy. And the beautiful thing about it, we didn't do it because we were hating those guys in front of us. We were doing it because we loved those guys beside us and those people behind us. But it's that price of freedom that these guys gave up their last full measure of devotion so the rest of us could make it out. You know, they held their positions till they had nothing left. And that's something you can't replicate. And it's an amazing thing to be a part of. And it's a humbling experience to be recognized.
One of the most important things that I've learned in the last decade of my life is that if you have the opportunity to spend some time with combat veterans who've seen hell and persevered, it just makes you appreciate life all the more. I'm a woman living in the greatest country on the planet, and I get to pursue my passions. I get to practice any religion I want. I can vote for the choices of who I want in office. I can carry a gun to protect myself if I want. All of those freedoms are only possible because of men like Clint Romesha. I really wanted to be able to help at least Roe get his very first bull elk. You know, he's kind of new into the big game hunting world, and it only took one call to R&K Hunting, and they said, absolutely, we would love to have him.
This was my first bull elk hunt, so that first morning we're out, first light, I mean, just the sun's just starting to come up. We're starting our walk in, and Rick's like, hey, we've got a herd right there.
They're just smaller bulls. Roe's like, be awesome, meat in the freezer. He's my kind of guy. But we're gonna try to get a little closer and take a better look at him.
Of course, the blood pressure starts increasing, the heart rate gets up, and I'm thinking to myself, well, we just got out here, the sun just came up, is this elk hunting? Had the opportunity to maybe be over and done with, and things didn't play out, but that's hunting, that's the way it goes, and that's what made the whole rest of the trip great. Having an opportunity, but not quite, and then continuing on to see what the rest of the hunt's gonna be like.
The weather was just brutal all week. Minus 23-degree wind chill. Snow spitting in our faces half the time. As the days and hours ticked on, it was gonna be a challenge. And one of the evenings we were driving up over a hill. We had about an hour of light left, and we spotted a bull that had something wonky going on.
Well, Rick is right there beside me, Jana's right there with me, so I've got some great people to immediately, hey, what are we looking at? That's not the biggest rack, it's a little messed up. At that moment you realize, you know, it's not about that big rack. It's about that meat in the freezer, and it's about the experience with everything we'd been through, and it's everything coming in together for one, and here's the opportunity to put the icing on the cake.
Are you down? I am freezing.
You gotta love a guy who cares so much less about the trophy of the animal and more about the experience. He cared about filling his freezer and being able to take meat home to his family. I mean, not everybody's like that, and it just made me love him all the more.
Just so appreciative of Jana and Rick for their guidance, and you know, we sat in our cubicles, we sat in our offices, we sat in our warm, comfy houses, but when it comes out to get out there in nature and remember what this country was built on, it was those pioneers, those frontiersmen, and they'd be sitting there and they'd be waiting to provide for their families and provide for this country and set in a legacy that we have all benefited from. So to be able to plug back into that really puts into perspective of how we got here.
Roe authored the book Red Platoon, which I highly recommend. And in it, you can really get to know Roe and the other men who were at COP Keating. If you've ever watched any of the numerous documentaries out there about Roe and the men in Red Platoon, all the guys who've served with Roe say the same thing, that they would follow him through hell and back.